my reaction to Bilbao, well, double Bilbao versus Liverpool, two lots of Liverpool teams this evening. For the umpteenth time, many apologies for the stream being delayed for, he checks his notes, 2.5 hours. I do apologise. Basically what's happened is, because I couldn't take my actual charger, unfortunately, because like it was considered like a confiscatable piece of equipment. I was only able to take small battery chargers, and basically, long story short, I got that much content today, which you guys will all be seeing, that basically I run out of battery, so I had to come back to the hotel basically because I'm at the Albert Docks. So I just thought, hey, why don't we just do it at the Albert Docks? So instead of Anfield, you get that. There you go. Get the Beatles Story Museum. Yeah, I just thought I'd try something a little bit different. So I got back from Anfield about an hour ago, I think, give or take, and I've just charged my battery up. So this will be available as video. If anyone wants to join me live, that's fine. If you're from Liverpool, you probably, I'm sure you can take a rough guess as to where I am. Yeah, and I'll just go through what's happened today basically. So I'm just walking on the dock front at the minute, and I'm going to go towards the Anfield Wrap as well, because their building's just over there somewhere, I think. Basically that's where we had the parade. So yeah, I'm just going to take you for a little walk. Like I said, I'm sorry that it's not Anfield, unfortunately. It was just I think if it had just been the one match, I would have been fine, but it turns out your boy, unfortunately, didn't work out that his tickets were entitled to 2 matches, hence why my battery runs out, hence why you're not at Anfield at the minute. Yeah, so I'm just taking a walk around the docks. It's, there you go. Honestly, it's such an awesome city. I really would like to live here. I'm going to try and convince my missus once again to leave her wonderful Yorkshire to come and live in Liverpool, but that's probably going to fall on deaf ears, I would have thought. Anyway, so yeah, bit of an exciting day. So left from Leeds this morning, got up at like some ungodly hour. I think it was 6:30 in the morning, something like that. I think it was too stupid. There you go. Yeah, and I'd done a live stream for SummerSlam. So subscribers will know that basically I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. I do wrestling, Comic Cons, Liverpool, obviously, etc., etc. How are up the Geek Boy are? Hi Johnny, you're alright mate. Yet again, Johnny, many apologies about the delay. Dude, unfortunately, I'd fully charged both of my batteries, but I've filmed literally that much content that I'm going to put on the channel. I'm going to be working on it tonight. That I basically, long story short, I just ran out, so I've had to come back to the hotel. So I'm staying there, somewhere in that region. Yeah, so it had to be delayed, unfortunately, so I do apologise about that. But yeah, no, so I got up 6:30 in the morning, had a couple of hours sleep from the previous live stream, which was the SummerSlam, which is available on my channel, cheap plug, as Mick Foley would say. And then yeah, got on it basically. But what the interesting thing was, because of this storm, I'll just show you the nature of the storm. Yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? How can we all survive? I don't know if the people in the Met Office were on a works do when they basically said that, but yeah, there wasn't any storm. I mean, it got to the stage at Anfield where I was actually nearly boiling hot, because I took this with me, the Jurgen hoodie. I had like a jacket, Liverpool jacket and a Liverpool top, and I was absolutely roasting to the point where, when I was watching the second half of the second match, I was just basically in my shorts and my t-shirt basically. Since I'm a bit of a geek, here you go. Check this out. This is a really cool store. I'm going to try and come here tomorrow, but it's like a geek store on the Albert Dock. It's very, very cool. I've brought loads of stuff from here before. Check them out. How cool are they? Super Lamborghinis. My missus is obsessed with them for some reason. I've got absolutely no idea why. Loads of Liverpool stuff here as well. Let's have a look. Oh, they might want to get rid of that one. So I'm going to come here tomorrow. Oh, check this out, boys and girls. That is Mo Salah. How cool is that? And I shouldn't do this, but I do love the way that it's totally all full Liverpool, and then you've got a couple of Everton footballs. So brilliant. I absolutely love it. Anyway, so I'll get to the comments in a minute. So I left Leeds about 10 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't actually booked a hotel because of said storm. So I thought to myself, well, I'll just book a hotel on the fly, basically. Pro tip, I would not recommend anyone ever do what I did today and book a hotel, because it was totally stressful. Long story short, the Premier Inn had loads of cancellations in various places in Liverpool. So I managed to get a hotel, I think it was 1:10 this afternoon. So basically ran along towards that, gave them like you've got to give them like 10 quid to like check in early. And yeah, checked in, and then pretty much got all the gear, got all the charges and everything that I thought were going to last me, and headed straight to Anfield. So did a live stream, as Johnny will know. I thought it was quite good. Apart from a very strange individual who was watching it, and he was an Everton fan. So I mean, I'm a bit unusual in social media because I say it how it is and this, that and the other. If there was an Everton fan filming Goodison's Park back in the day, or Bramley-Moore Dock now, and basically taking the mick out of Liverpool, I wouldn't feel inclined to look at his live stream. It was really weird. I really don't get that. I mean, look, I go to different football grounds around the country. So I've even been to Man City, just because I wanted to see what the campus looked like. And unfortunately, to be fair, it is quite impressive. But I've been to Fulham, I've been to Telford, which is where I used to live. They're in the Conference South, I think, or something like that. I've been to the Villa, I went to Villa, Birmingham and Wolves one day, because I'm a very boring old man, and I am actually quite interested in old football grounds. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily tune into an Everton live stream on Bramley-Moore Dock or Old Trafford for fairly obvious reasons. So yeah, very weird. So yeah, I did my live stream. Sorry about the wind, by the way. It is actually kind of windy. And then went to see the Diogo Memorial. Oh, very windy. That nearly sent me viral. I nearly just lost my chainsaw. If there's a way that you can post that as a user, then I'm absolutely fine with that, because that was hilarious. Even I thought that was funny. So I'm on Albert Dock now, so I'm heading towards where the Anfield Rap basically do the programmes and stuff. I did think this was like possibly not the best idea I've ever had, to be honest, so I do apologise if you see something weird. up every single day, so some people visiting and stuff. To be completely honest, I did cry. Super difficult. This is Liverpool, by the way, at night. And this is why it's the best city in England. Seriously, how cool is that? Got cathedral over there. Over there as well, for any Reds, hopefully you might recognise that. That's where we had the parade on the Strand. So last time you saw this, basically it was full of red smoke, basically. So, but yeah, the Diogo thing was super difficult. Basically, I had to man up. Like I said, to subscribers, I've really struggled with it. Ever since Diogo died, so I left him a handwritten note and a t-shirt just basically saying that, basically told him that I loved him, basically. So if you want to call me weak or woke, whatever, I really don't quite frankly care, to be honest. At the end of the day, bloke's died, so if you want to call me that, fine. And then yeah, did that, went into the first match. And then, loads of comments. Here we go. What on earth is this? Yeah, I'm not going to get involved in that, looks like. To quote Jane from Ghostbusters, we got another one. Yeah, so I went and watched the first half, so I'm getting to the Liverpool bit now. I will look at the comments in a bit of post, obviously. That's downfield rap, by the way. I don't know where Everton's version is. Presumably it's like a Weatherspoons or something like that. Anyway, that's the Liverpool Museum. Those are super lamb bananas. Yeah, so anyway, basically, I watched the first match, so I'm going to get somewhere where you can hear me in a minute. In fact, let me get to the actual rap first. The Anfield Rap, home of Neil Atkinson, and home at the Gutter. There we go, excellent, right, cool, got a windbreaker. So yeah, watched the first match. The only thing I wanted to talk about was Rio Ingamoa. He is, I don't swear on my, but if I did, I would say that he's effing sensational. I didn't realise how good he actually was until I saw him in person. I am very comfortable with Rio Ingamoa being the fifth, or maybe even the fourth choice striker. He is fantastic. So I managed to get his goal. I managed to mess up about 3 of the goals that we scored today, unfortunately. But honestly, Ingamoa is... The best compliment I can give him is he reminds me of a very, very early but not a douchebag Michael Owen, if that makes any sense. Just the impact he has. I mean, this is probably a bit of a stretch. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he ends up in the England World Cup squad next year. I'd be willing to make myself look like a bit of an idiot, to be honest, predicting that. But he was sensational. So the goal he scored, basically, he beat a couple of men. And then, like I said, watch my YouTube short. Oh, am I actually allowed in here? I think I might be allowed in here. The doors are open. Do you know what? Liverpool's remarkably friendly, I have to say. Like, the dock doors are open and this place is open. Like, seriously, if this was Leeds at the minute, all of these buildings would be shut. But it appears to be open. So, yeah, sod it, let's go in. Ooh, this is better. But yeah, basically, Rio was sensational. I don't know who the young Spanish lad was marking him. I really don't. But he will be having nightmares as we speak right now. He basically destroyed this young Spanish lad. He just kept like rinsing him and rinsing him and rinsing him, and he was honestly. The Bilbao reserve team weren't great, but you can tell that's just not a performance against a poor team. This lad is going to be very, very good, my word. The other thing I was really impressed with was Trey Meone. Just the way that he broke up play. His passing is absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Tackling, he appears to have put on like a bit of muscle, because he did look very, very lightweight last year. I mean, obviously he's a 17-year-old lad at the end of the day. But he was really, really good. Very, very impressive. I thought Costas was actually quite good. Robbo was decent. Yeah, it was a good workout, basically. I mean, we ended up winning the first match 4-1. We scored 3 goals in the first half. Ben Dokes was actually very well taken. Goalkeeper made not the best goalkeeper I've ever seen. Obviously, Ingamo got the first goal. Second goal was Darwin, which is interesting because a certain person on this live stream actually put me onto the fact that he was basically the subject of a transfer rumour from AC Milan, and it looks like that's actually true. But yeah, Darwin scored what potentially might be his last goal, so yeah, that was quite cool. And then the second half wasn't great, but we brought on basically a load of subs who were like 16 and 17 years of age, basically. There were some of them that I didn't recognise. I mean, Stevenson played, I think, Doherty, is that his name? Trey Doherty? I'm not sure if that's his actual name, but yeah, he played as well. He actually looked quite decent as well, to be fair. Trey Kone Doherty, is that what he's called? I don't know. Yeah, he looked quite impressive. But yeah, Liverpool sort of basically in the second half just it just looked, excuse my language, it just looked like we were pissing about, to be honest. I mean, we were like 3-0 up. Harvey Elliott scored the fourth. It was a lovely, lovely goal. Again, that's available on my channel if you want to check it out. And then after that, it just looked like it was a training session, basically. So, yeah, I think Khan will be relatively pleased with that. My very weird story after that. So, I tried to get a drink earlier, and obviously, you guys, all Liverpool fans, all know this. Sometimes it can be quite difficult getting to the bar, depending on where you're stationed. I've never actually been at the Kenny stand before. A friendly recommendation: if you want to get a drink at the Kenny stand, make sure that you are there 2 hours early. Honestly, seriously, it's not these sort of usual thing I would complain about. I've never seen anything like it in all my life. It was horrendous trying to get a drink, to the point where like I was like, I actually do need a drink. I've not had a drink for like literally like 6 hours at this point, and I just literally, not even beer, I just wanted a cup of tea, basically. So between the second team match and the first team match, I went down in the Lower Kenny, went to go and get a drink at the bar, and no word of a lie, and probably people can back me up on this, 1 hour and 5 minutes. I don't know if they had a lack of staff. I don't know if they were underprepared. I don't know if they thought that maybe there were going to be people not turning up for the friendly, but it was really, really. I don't like saying this about my own football club because obviously we usually run very, very well, but the organisation of that was extremely poor. And I have to say there were a couple of children who were like desperate for drinks, and there was a lad who was like crying with his mum, and that is not remotely cool as far as I'm concerned. So, because when you go to Anfield, they usually have like little stalls where they like hold out like I don't know, it's usually beer and stuff like that, obviously, to get like loads of money. But when I've been there before, they've had like stalls for water and stuff, and there was nothing there at all. It was really, really bad. Anyway, long story short, the way that impacted the match was, I ended up missing the first, I think, 4 minutes of the match because I was that desperate, and to the point where I was like, I need to get a drink, otherwise I'm going to pass out here. Yeah, so I missed the first 4 minutes, missed the other Diogo tribute because there was a tribute on the 20th minute in the first match when Diogo was honoured and they stopped play. They did it in the second match as well, but I think there was something before the match in the second one. Let me know in the comments and I'll have a read because I basically missed all that basically. But just very, very quickly before I get into the comments, top headline is Florian Wirtz is... I've been watching football for 35 years now. I must have seen hundreds of matches live. Florian Wirtz is one of the best football players I've ever seen play live. I know it was a friendly, but he just looks like an absolute superstar. That lad can be anything he wants to be. He could, I'm not going to say he's going to be like Maradona and make myself look stupid, but you are talking potentially that level of talent, and I'm not exaggerating. He looks sensational. Mo got the first goal, came from like a rebound from Ekitike, his passing to, I forget who it was now, someone had a shot basically, and then Ekitike passed it in. It might have been Gakpo, I'm not totally sure, but Salah got the rebound. Bilbao, it was a bit of a weird match actually, the second one. It was like completely chaotic. Like first match was quite like ordered in the fact that Liverpool were just the best team, and this second match, it was like some sort of weird basketball game. It was really, really odd to be honest. So yeah, basically Bilbao equalised. I can't even remember what happened with the shot, to be honest. Second half, Gakpo scores again. Gakpo actually scored the winner. Now, I don't know if someone can help me out on the live stream who was at Anfield. So, when Bilbao scored the second goal, the crowd were all singing for Diogo Jota, and it was a really, really loud chant. And basically, long story short, none of us were concentrating on the Bilbao corner. And basically the whole stand turned around and Mamadashvili was picking the ball out of his net, and there were people having to go at him and stuff randomly. So I don't know, I couldn't even tell you what happened in that second match, to be honest. Sort of walk for the working man. I'll be polite and say that's water. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So, yeah, and then basically Gakpo got the third goal. The goalkeeping, I don't know if anyone went to Anfield and saw it. Goalkeeping for the third goal was appalling. Like, it was like some sort of comedy sketch. It was actually borderline, nearly as bad as what Costas did the other day. Gakpo sort of cuts in from because I can never tell my right from my left. It's an actual medical condition, by the way. I can't actually tell my right from my left, so I do apologise. Gakpo cuts in from the left, I think. Has a shot on his right foot, and it goes towards the goalkeeper, and it's like, I mean, with the greatest respect to my mother suffers from rheumatoid arthritis and can barely move. My mum could have saved that. And basically the goalkeeper just sort of fell over and it went under his body. It was really, really weird. Bilbao had a couple of chances, and then there was a foul on maybe Gakpo. I can't remember because the match had got to the point where it was just becoming stupid, basically. And Salah got the penalty, and again, you'll see it on my channel. It's a very good job that was pre-season, because literally that is one of the worst penalties I have ever seen. Like, literally, Mo just comes up and just stumps it, and it went. I mean, I dread to think how far it went over the bar. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the Bournemouth penalty that he had a couple of years back, where it nearly cleared the stand. This was actually worse than that. It was. I actually titled it as Mo Salah misses hideous penalty or something random like that, basically. But yeah, it was appalling. But basically, yeah, the Reds win 1-3-2 in the end. And yeah, first match they played really well. I thought the young people played really well. I do like the look of Lucas Stevenson, I have to be honest. I think he's quite decent as well. I'm very, very excited about Trainioni, and I'm very, very excited, extremely excited about Rio Ingamoa. Like I said, I'm going to go for a bet. I reckon Rio Ingamoa is in that England squad for the World Cup this time next year, and I am being deadly serious. He looks. What is it my son calls it? He looks like a baller, I believe is what the young people call it these days. But he looks world class already. I really hope. I mean, I trust Arne Slot. Obviously, he's given this title, but like, if for some stupid reason Arne is watching my live feed, which I'm sure he is, Arne, do not send this lad on loan. He needs to be playing. I won't go as far as week in, week out, but he needs to be getting minutes every single game, because this lad is something special. I don't think I haven't been this excited about someone probably since Luis Suarez, and that's a hell of a comparison. But I just think this lad has everything. He's direct. He's got a trick in him. He's actually really, really strong as well. They were doubling up on him. They were doubling up on him at times. The Atletico Bilbao defenders, and he was just shrugging him off basically, and like pushing him over and stuff. He just looks absolutely sensational. So I really enjoyed the first match. Second match was what it was. My only complaint would be defensively, it didn't look great. Obviously, Verge didn't play. If anyone can let me know in the comments, I don't know why Verge wasn't playing. I'm assuming he was rested with Wembley in mind, maybe, but Alisson wasn't playing as well. Mamadashvili played the whole of the match. We actually had the Hungarian goalkeeper in the second half of the first match. Freddie Woodman played the first half as well. So yeah, I don't know if they're just giving Alisson an extended break, which is obviously fair enough because he's going to be the goalkeeper the whole year. But yeah, no, it was a really good day, to be honest. My one old people complaint, I know people get up at stadiums, and I know they get up at football matches to go to the bathroom, get snacks and this, that and the other, but the row that I was in at the Kenny, like, sorry if you're watching this by the way, in all seriousness, I have never seen a row of 20 people get up and down that much in all my life. It was like something out of a bloody Jack in the Box. It got to the point where I was like, guys, can you please sit down? Seriously, like, what is wrong with you? The other thing I was going to say was, I know it was a friendly, but when Gakpo scored the third, I think it was the 69th minute or something like that, there were loads of people who just started leaving. I mean, I think the ground at the end was half full. Now look, I know it's all right for me to say because I've got a hotel and I'm actually staying here, but I know there's people that have got to get trains and they've got to get for work and get their kids back home and this, that and the other, and I've not got my son with me, so I was able to do what I wanted. But like, leaving in the 69th minute is really, really weird. I think the earliest I've ever left a football match was the 83rd minute, and that was a Legends game. Like, I'm one of those that always stays till the end. Even, I mean, I've stayed when Liverpool have lost, when we've been like 3-0 down, and I've been one of the last people there, basically. So maybe it's just me, I don't know, but it was a bit weird. So, but yeah, good workout for the boys. Like I said, I think the standouts were in the first match, Rio Ingamoa, superstar in the making, and the second match, Florian Wirtz. He only played for like 55, 60 minutes. It was a pleasure to watch him. He was, that man is going to be one of the best football players in the world. It's as simple as that. It's not even arguable. He is sensational. So, yeah, that's all my rambling. So I'll have a quick look at the comments. Let me have a look. Yeah, not reading that. John Cena losing the WWE Championship. I'm very sad. I was very surprised, Ahmed. Very, very surprised. I'm not getting into this whole culture war and politics stuff because I find it extremely annoying and I don't want to be involved in it. It's bloody stupid at the end of the day. But the one thing I would say is I'm not totally on board with Brock Lesnar being back, given some of the commentary on his behaviour, and that's all I'm going to say. By the way, mate, we can't really hear you down the window. Yeah, I hope you can hear me better now, Johnny. Yeah, I nearly got blown. I don't know if you saw my chainsaw man hat. It nearly ended up in the dock. So, crazy wind. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Tottenham. Shout out gossip here. Yeah. Do you know, I don't know if I'm turning into some sort of internet meme or something, but that's about the third or fourth autocast repair thing I've had. Is it something to do with my glasses or something, or me being fat? I don't know. I'm an old man, you'll have to explain that to me. Go and put a tenner on that Rio is going to the World Cup. Good return, I bet. I would happily put a tenner of my own money on anyone with that right now. I don't think he starts for England, but I definitely reckon he goes in the squad. That's still water, by the way. There you go. Definitely water, obviously. I hope we do sell Nunes. Well, it's looking like he's going to go, Johnny, to be honest. That AC Milan interest looks quite rare. By the way, is there anyone from Liverpool that can tell me this? So I've just been through the docks and the building's open, and I'm currently sat in where the Anfield Wrap is, and the doors are wide open. I'm very, very confused about this, being from Beeston in Leeds. Like, basically we have to shut all our doors and windows at about 7 o'clock at night to stop chavs from like stealing our stuff, basically. So this is really weird. I don't actually even know whether I'm meant to be in here, to be completely honest. I hope I'm allowed, but yeah, there's randomly 2 or 3 people in here as well. There's a couple around the corner who are just sat outside with beers, and there's not even a pub. Liverpool, there you go. But I hope we don't sell as well. I know sounds mental. I see the world rise at me, isn't it? Ketty. Tell you what, I was very impressed with. I nearly said Nketiah then. Ekatike even. He looks like a live wire. I think we might be in a situation with Ekatike where he's not necessarily a striker. I don't know. Like, I might be wrong on that one, John, to be honest, but he looks like he's more going to be a provider for people like Salah and Wirtz and Gakpo, maybe. I don't know if that's why Slot's bought him, but I would. Being from the era of Fowler and Owen and Ian Rush, I really would just like it if we could have a conventional striker again at some point, because we haven't had one for many. Obviously, I know Salah gets like 30 and 40 goals a year or whatever, but I really would just like a striker, to be completely honest. Everyone please like and sub. Oh, thank you, mate. Cheers. IMC WWE Raw Live. Oh, yeah, Ahmed. So I'm going to do a thing on that, because basically I haven't got my Netflix with me, but I've got this weird Netflix account thing which breaks it down into like a smaller review basically. So I'm actually going to head off in a few minutes, get some sleep, and then I'm going to get up in my hotel room at 8 o'clock in the morning and watch Monday Night Raw. So I'll be on live from my hotel room, which will be quite cool. So I'm going to do a Monday Night Raw review in Liverpool, which is, I just think that's highly amusing, to be honest. But yeah, I'll be very interested to see what happens with Rollins and CM Punk. As a massive CM Punk fan, as you know, I was far from amused with that, to be honest. And I will fight anyone who says otherwise. No, not good. Sorcerer Supreme, Geek Boy. I wish I was the Sorcerer Supreme. I think it's just for people to sit there down on the dock, and I bet it's CCT, but, well, I don't know if it's CCT, but I mean, I'm not planning on urinating in the venue or smashing the windows up or anything, to be honest, but I don't know, mate. Like I said, I'm from Yorkshire, it's just basically everything gets locked down at like 11 o'clock at night at the absolute worst, because we've got that many chavs and divvies, as the locals would say, basically. So yeah, it is quite cool that the locals are trusted. Yeah, the one thing I'm going to say about Liverpool is, honestly, I do mean this, I really do love this city. How friendly people are. Yeah, I mean, they've got divvies and chav the same as the rest of us, obviously, but like, you speak to people and they can't do enough for you. They're just genuinely lovely people, and it's so refreshing. And when I used to watch Liverpool, I used to literally get off the train from Leeds and go straight to the ground. I never actually went to Liverpool in the city until about, you're talking literally 5 years ago, and I didn't realise how beautiful the place was, and just the amount of friendly, genuinely lovely people that you see here is just, yeah, it's, I would actually like to live here, I really would. So my missus is in North Yorkshire at the minute. I'm on holiday with our son. So I've been left to my own devices for 5 days, which is pretty cool as a bloke. But I'm actually going to try and convince her to like move to Liverpool again. I have asked her once and she's outright said no, because she loves Yorkshire and this, that and the other. I'm just like, yeah, Yorkshire's good, but I mean, love, seriously, like, look at this. Like, come on, what are we doing here, basically? So, yeah, I'll try and convince her again, but I don't think she'll fall for it, to be honest. Suarez was the last striker who was great for us. Suarez the last striker that was great for us. So we had Suarez, we left him, then we got Balotelli, Barini and Lambert, who were horrendous. Then we got Salah, Mane and Firmino, who aren't actually strikers. Yeah, no, I take your point, mate. I take your point. Suarez was a striker, wasn't he? Like, he was just yeah, he was a bit of a git, to be honest. And like I said, as a Ghanaian, Luis Suarez is very, very difficult for me, Johnny, to be honest, because obviously I love Liverpool with all my heart, and it's other than my family, it's the most important thing in the world to me. Genuinely it is. I don't know where I'd be without Liverpool Football Club in my life. But I am also a Ghanaian, and when Luis Suarez handled that ball and then celebrated in front of our away end, I'm not going to repeat what I said, because I was a very young man at that point, but it would not be suitable for children to look at, basically. And I've told this story before. Sky Sports News, me and all the lads are watching Transfer Deadline Day, and like they're all sat there giggling, and I've got pints for them. I'm like, what are you all giggling about, lads? And they were just like, they wouldn't tell me, and then the giggling got louder and louder. I was like right, lads, seriously, what is going on? And they just said, have a look at transfer window, it's hilarious. That was my really bad Yorkshire accent, by the way. So I had a look, and the top headline was Luis Suarez joined Liverpool, and I honest to God, mate, I was furious beyond words. I mean, you are talking pint glasses being chucked out the windows and this, that and the other. And I actually said, well, I mean, he's not really that good, so he'll be shipped off for a year, and obviously he was that good. I've actually seen Luis Suarez play for Ajax. against Virgil van Dijk randomly, funnily enough. And I've also seen him play against Wigan, and genuinely, I only saw Luis Suarez play twice, and he is the best player that I've ever seen in real life. Simple as that. But I think he's one of the best footballers I've ever seen. I also think he is a word that I can't say on the internet. Do I think he's a sensational footballer? Yeah. Do I like the bloke? No, and I never will do. Basically. Origi. Football is nothing without Origi. Literally nothing about Origi. I love it. I love it, mate. Yes, no. Liverpool chat, no, I completely agree with you. When, excuse me again, when Divock Origi, I don't know where all you guys were when he scored that second goal against Tottenham, but when he scored that second goal, basically, 3 of the lads that I was with, all Liverpool fans, including my brother, managed to tip table over. So you've got pitchers, you've got drinks, you've got bottles of wine. They're covered in wine, beer, spirits, this, that, and the other. It was like, I don't know if I know some of you watched WWE, but it was like that beer bath that Vince McMahon got involved in. Honestly, it was absolutely just insane. But I went absolutely mental, and I may have ended up punching the wall of the pub outside next to the large TV screen to the point where it started shaking. Don't ask me why, I've got no idea. And the lads were like probably giving it the large one in that 94th minute, and I kept telling them to get away from me, and they were like, what's up with you? I was like, Tottenham could still score 2 goals in the last minute, and they were like, what are you talking about? Because I get very, very nervous with that sort of thing. You're talking to the lad who basically, I was asking Virgil and Ebu to boot the ball out of play when we were 5-1 up against Tottenham, because I still thought that Tottenham would win 6-5, and I know that sounds really stupid, but obviously I've been waiting to see the League One at Anfield for years, and I was so nervous that day. It's probably the most nervous I've ever been for a football match, but it's probably just me being an idiot. Let me have a look. Origi was Nunes level, seeing him miss many open goals. Divock will never be forgotten. Agreed, absolutely agreed. Origi was mid but never forgotten, I get you. That's the bottom line, cause Geek Boy Meta said so. There you go. Yeah. No, this has been fun, guys. This has been fun. This has actually worked quite well. I would have loved to have done this at Anfield. And again, I'm sorry that I couldn't do it, but genuinely all the batteries died and this, that and the other, so oh no, there is one weirdo. Ooh, very, very strange man looking at me in the window. This might be the last you ever see of Geek Boy Meta. I'm sure I can handle myself, it's fine, not a problem. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching my very weird live stream. Like, this was not my plan when I actually arranged to do this, to be honest, but do you know what, it's actually been quite fun actually. Like I said, thanks to everyone for watching, it's been really, really cool. Like I said, I love interacting with you guys. I love talking about wrestling, I love talking about Liverpool, football, anything. It's just really, really good to speak to a lot of nice people, apart from the weirdos and the Everton fan who was on earlier, but whatever, they can go away, basically. So yeah, yeah, cool. Thanks everyone for watching. Perfect end. Cheers, Johnny. Honestly, Johnny, mate, you're a lovely bloke, mate. You're an absolute superstar. Thank you for all the support. I genuinely 100%, I really do appreciate it. It's good to know that there are nice people out there, so cheers, mate. Thank you. That's to you. Yeah, I'll do a quick cheap plug at the end. So I've got both of the matchday vlogs, should be on YouTube now. There's a boatload of shorts. I'm gonna actually go back to the hotel now and work on my travel vlog, which should be up on Friday. I went in some geeky comic book shops as well. There's this awesome place called Worlds Apart in Liverpool. If you've never been and you're a bit of a geek like me, please go to Worlds Apart. It is insanely awesome. Also, as well, bit of a random thing. If you're ever in Sheffield, go to Sheffield's Forbidden Planet. Seriously, I've never seen anything like it. It is like, I would actually, if someone offered me, I know I said I wanted to move to Liverpool, if someone offered me the chance of living in Liverpool or living in the Forbidden Planet in Sheffield, I would live in the Forbidden Planet in Sheffield. Seriously, it's absolutely insane. But yeah, keep an eye on the channel. I'm going to look through my videos now. There should be there's probably going to be some more Liverpool content because I didn't get everything that I wanted to. I'm going back tomorrow after I do the live stream here because I'm going to do like a mural tour. Obviously I did do the Diogo stuff, but I didn't actually go through his mural. I managed to miss it for some stupid reason, so I'm going to go and try and find those two tomorrow. I didn't find the Jersey Dudek one, so I'm going to try and find that tomorrow as well. I'm going to have a little tour around Liverpool as well, so there'll be boatloads of stuff coming this Friday. I'm not sure what exactly it's going to look like, but there should be like quite a bit of content basically. So but yeah, thanks to you guys again. It's been quality. Or just go to Liverpool anyway. We are the best people in the world. Pete. Let's have a look. Remember me from Legacy Live. Yes, Jack. How are you? Yeah, what are you about? Oh, Pete and Jack know each other. Sweet, nice one. Pete, to be honest, mate, I can't argue with you, lad. I think you are the best people in the world. I'm not going to go into horrible things, but obviously for certain reasons I haven't always been treated the best in this country for reasons which I'm not going to go into at this time of night. I've never had that in Liverpool. Genuinely, like everyone I've ever had an interaction with. I mean, I'm sure that you could probably tell me areas in Liverpool where you've got divs and chavs and this, that and the other, like the rest of us obviously, but genuinely I've never met so many friendly people in one city in all my life. Yeah, honestly, mate, you're so privileged to live here. It is just a sensationally beautiful city, and I really, really wish I could convince the wife to leave Leeds to come to Liverpool. I really do, but sadly, that is not going to happen, unfortunately. So yeah, there we go. Up the Liverpool, definitely up the Liverpool. Up the Reds Marsh. Yeah, don't go into political. Yeah, I'm not going to go into political. I'm done with all that. I'm not interested at all. I'm just going to watch Liverpool, read comic books, go out with the lads and drink a few beers and watch wrestling. And that's what I'm doing in my life. And anyone who wants to get involved in politics, you can do that. You get stressed by it. I'm not going to, because it's all just rubbish, basically, at the end of the day. So. Yeah, I live in Kensington, which is rough, but there's loads of beautiful places near the town centre. Yeah, mate, yeah. I mean, this is the weird thing that we always get as Liverpool fans, because I always got told that Liverpool was like a really, really rough place, and like since I've been here, I mean, again, mate, you can obviously you know better than me because obviously you live here, but it's probably the place I've been to with the least amount of rough areas. I mean, I live in Leeds. I mean, literally, there are about 16, 17 boroughs of Leeds, and there's probably about 8 or 9 of them that are borderline no-go areas, to be honest. One of which I live in, unfortunately, so but there you go. You kind of get used to it in Yorkshire. But honestly, mate, this is, it's genuinely genuine, I'm not just saying it. It's the nicest place in England. I do quite like Newcastle as well. I enjoy going up there, and I think Geordies are quite friendly people and stuff, but generally Scousers are just like nice people I've ever met. So yeah, beautiful city, beautiful football club, wonderful people, and I would like to live here basically. Anyway, Matthew Street, Bold Street, that's great, it's good tree. I just came back, walked past Bold Street actually. It was well kicking off down there. I might actually go back out now, to be honest. And Duke Street as well seemed to be jumping as well. I've been to Leeds, it's 100 times rougher than Liverpool. Mate, I was born in Leeds, and I know I should disagree with you. I don't. I completely agree with you. It's very, very rough. There are some nice people in Leeds, and there are some nice areas, but yeah, it's not as good as Liverpool, mate. Nowhere near, basically. Anyway, folks, right, I haven't even had any dinner, so the last thing I had to eat was lunch at 1 o'clock this afternoon, so I'm going to try and utilise Liverpool's fine array of takeaways in my hotel room, which hopefully I'm allowed to do. But yeah, no, genuinely, thank you everyone for watching. It's been really, really cool. Thank you for interacting. Duke Street as well. I don't go into town anymore, but yeah, no, I walked down it earlier, and like, I was like, it was really weird because I was like, you do know this is Monday night, right? And it was proper like 90s rave music going on, and this, that, and the other, and I was like, what is going on here? This is really, really weird. But yeah, yeah, cool. Anyway, thank you, Pete. And thank you everyone for watching. It's been really cool interacting with you. I've thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's been very, very cool. Oh, let's have a look. Get some food down there. We have the best salts and pepper. Oh, but I love them. I will take you up on that, Pete. Definitely. Now, I'm going to go and get some food. Thank you very much, lads. Yeah, thank you all of you to watching. It's been really great to spend time with you today. Top boys and top girls, and I'll speak to you all soon. I will thank you later, Pete. Not a problem, mate. Cheers to everyone for watching. Up the Reds. Title number 2 is on its way. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.